Hi, welcome back to Nessa's Nook. I was asked this morning as far as my freeze dryer. My freeze dryer is from Harvest Right. This is the large, alright? It's done with a batch, that's why the door is open. But her name is Fifi. I have a camera up there so I can look from my phone anywhere I am, if I'm gone or whatever, so I can see what's going on with the freeze dryer. So over here this is the Premier pump. And you can actually go ahead and change the oil about every 20 loads. Back there in that like little Brita filter is used oil that's been drained. I just need to put it in a container. And I have a fan that blows on the pump because this pump gets incredibly hot. Now, I belong to quite a few freeze drying groups. One of the biggest ones is Retired at 40 Brian. He's really, really great. The people there are really, really great. Now, it doesn't mean that spending an incredible amount of money. This machine was about $3,600. That's not talking about, my husband bought me a $500 really nice toolbox because this is very heavy. Very awkward to carry. But as you can see, it's got the 5 trays. And there's 5 trays that will obviously fit in here. Now, if you look close enough, I took this out last night. And I need to, before I start my next load, I need to take this out, clean it, wipe off the inside. But I'll show you all that. I don't know how I'm going to do that exactly, but I'll show a video. And then you have to make sure your door is clean. And you have to make sure your rim is clean. And the inside of the rim is clean because I was having some errors, which some people do. I was having some errors and we took this off, which I usually clean. But I separated the back side of it, which I'll go ahead and just take this off. It comes off really easy. One-handed. I don't know for sure if you can see that line. Okay. Now what I had in there was I actually had food particles, believe it or not, physically in between that rim. So when I do this, I clean this rim. I take this completely out. I don't know for sure if you can see that. Maybe right there. I keep the plug actually on the top. And then, of course, when I take this out, I bring this little table over here, which I'll show you also. And I flip it on its end, and I clean out the drum. And then I clean out this. But I'll go ahead and get that out in so you can see the inside. Okay, the tray holder is out. And what you just need to do is you need to unplug it here. But you can still see all that water in the back. What happens is there's, I guess, all these sensors and stuff. And if this is not cleaned out and dry, then it does something where it makes it seem like there's something more going on with it than there is. But let me go get a wash rag, get this cleaned out and dried, and then I'll show you more. Alright, I got that all cleaned out, dried out. Now, I actually did go ahead and clean the inside of the ring. I was doing always really well. I just making sure this is all pressed in. I was doing really good always making sure the outside was super clean, but I kind of really epically failed at making sure the inside was clean. Now, they do have these things. It's called an air shim. And what that happens is I put this underneath here. And what that does is it works like a blood pressure cup. Or, you know, like you do in the doctor's office. So you go ahead and you tighten that. Obviously, if I didn't tighten it, I had it going the wrong way. I was unscrewing that. I had to fix it. So anyways, I don't know for sure if you can see the machine starting to lift. I didn't take a picture of that last night. It was an excessive amount of ice that was in here. The batch had gone for like 50 hours, which is very long. And so what happens is when you're draining this, like last night, I didn't want to have it drained by itself. Oh yeah, and then you just release that and then it just goes back down. I don't keep this under here because there's no need to, because you don't lean it back when you're freeze drying things. But there was a lot of ice, and I was freeze drying some tomato or spaghetti sauce and barbecue sauce. I guess there's like these shims that can go here so the ice doesn't touch this bottom tray. I'm thinking about having my husband build me something like that, and I'm sure it's probably cheaper than the $100 it costs to buy them. But as always, I don't know for sure if you know this, anything that has a door like this, like your front loader washer, you are supposed to leave it open when not using it. When you get it all filled, of course, then you lock it, and as you can see, it creates a vacuum. Now over here, my husband hooked me up over here because this thing here, the drain hose was just like moving around, and my husband's like, I don't really like that, but we did buy the fancier drain hose. So you have to make sure you close the valve and open the valve and stuff like that. But my husband has this Velcro to my desk, or to the thing. Now down here, I don't know if you can see that. That's the water. All that water actually was just from last night's batch. Okay? Never start the freeze dryer with water in the bucket that you have. My husband's working on actually getting something that's going to self-drain, which will be really nice. But this is my area that I do my prep work usually on, or I take the stuff off the trays. My husband bought me this really, really nice Avid Armor, and I'll show you. This, yeah, it's sliced potatoes. You know how like the vacuum sealers, which do a very, very, very good job, how it vacuum seals the plastic containers. This is what it does to the Mylar. And of course you still put an oxygen absorber in there and everything's fine like that. But it makes it really nice because you know that's going to be shelf stable a lot more than, you know, something that doesn't seem like the air is coming out of. But I can show you, you put the bag in there and you put it down. This is really nice. I didn't expect to spend that kind of money. It was like about $600. But I think in time, you know, having shelf stable stuff like that will be really good to have. So anyways, you're probably wondering, and this is kind of a mess, but this is one of my shelves. This room that we're in was, when we first moved here, was my office because I've always worked from home, okay? Well, not always, but I have for quite a while, all right? So, like, if you look over here, this is like refried beans, and then all these right here are different soups. And I try to keep things together. I have like some pastas and marshmallows, and I did some breadcrumbs. Like here is my rices. I have, this is my dairy. I have cheese. I have eggs. I have cream cheese. I have sour cream. I have ice cream. I have ice cream sandwiches. I have candy. I have fruit. This is apples, pineapples, diced apples, diced peaches, lemon slices. Those strawberries are amazing. Blackberries. And then I have like some cabbage and some broccoli. And that's my black beans I was using. Mushrooms. I've got the spaghetti sauce back there. I've got chicken broth, chicken, mixed vegetables. I've got mixed vegetables and all that sort of stuff there. And onions and sweet potato. There's sweet potato back there too. So it's really nice to be able to, I like things being in the half-gallon jars. I prefer glass over plastic or even Mylar, but obviously sunlight and stuff can damage that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put this on pause for right now. And in my freezer, because I have a freezer here in this room. Excuse the mess, I've not been cleaning up in here. But I have a freezer in this room. And last night, the 2 of the trays were dry. But because of the excessive amount of ice, I knew it would take forever and ever and ever to finish drying these other 3 trays. 1 is the barbecue sauce, and 2 was the spaghetti sauce. So what I did is I just went ahead and put the lids back on it, which I have a video on that too. But these are the lids that go on top of the stainless steel trays that go into the freeze dryer. So what happens is when I go to the store, because I want to put a load of broccoli in with this, you never ever ever mix frozen and non-frozen together. So the 3 trays are going to be refroze from, you know, taking it out last night. And then the broccoli is going to be frozen because it's frozen from the store. So that will go in together. And because these were almost dry, the barbecue sauce wasn't. The barbecue sauce might be an epic fail. But this will probably at least, the batch should go very, very quickly. But I will show you more of that once I get this loaded. But like I said, this is most people's setups. You know, they keep their pump over on one side, not usually too close to the machine. It's either that or to have it lower. You never have the pump higher. And my husband did, we were having the number 9 vacuum error. And they gave us, told us to buy this silicone stuff. And we did find it. And there was actually, on here, there was even like a little vacuum leak right there, and that's the pump that goes to the unit. So he had to take the whole casing off and put the silicone where they said to put the silicone, so he did that. But it's been working ever since, except for that one error that was making it refreeze. Now some people in that group say that it's due to the new software that was uploaded, and maybe it wasn't. I don't know. Or maybe it was because my ring was really dirty. I don't know, but it's not done that since I cleaned the ring. So it should be better, but I will bring you back once I load this and show you what the next steps are. Okay, what happens is you go ahead and hit the start button, and that gets this started. And then what's going to happen is I got the broccoli setting right there, and I'm going to get that put on the trays. Now this takes 15 minutes before you can load the food, so I'll bring you back when I start that. There's the broccoli. Then we go ahead and we shut the drain, and the spaghetti sauces are here, and this is the barbecue sauce, and then 2 trays of broccoli. Then go ahead and close it, and then you hit continue. Then what it does is it goes into a freezing, and then It goes through its little things and eventually it dries and it tells you that it's done. But that is how you start a load.